Guys, welcome back to my channel Garden on My Mind. Today I thought I'll take you through my indoor garden tour. So come with me. In my entrance I have this huge spider plant. It has like dozens of pups and they are still growing, as you can see from these flowers. This one. It's doing well. It's been with me for about 6 to 7 months, I guess, and it has become very heavy at the bottom because of these pups, and yeah, it's doing fine. I have another one here. These pups are also nice. They are almost like full grown plants. This one and this, and again new flowers are coming, so new pups will be here soon. This side I have 3 variegated ivies here, and here, and they've been trailing well. The one on that corner, it's doing well. It's bushed out. I mean, it's gone pretty bushy at the top, and I want to take out the vines whenever they grow taller. Here, this is a philodendron. I just bought it from a nursery in Sarjapur, and I had not seen this before, so it just caught my eye. This neon color was looking really very nice and bright, so I just bought it. It doesn't have any variegation, it's the plain neon. There's a new leaf coming here. It's doing well, I would say. New roots are coming out here. This is a new root. I have one small pink syngonium which I bought a couple of weeks back. It's doing well. Too early to say, I would say. This is another philodendron, a very common one. I love this color, and it's a smaller size now, as you can see, but in a few months it will, wine and trail, and these are the new leaves that are shooting up. So on this corner again, it's from a different angle. So this is called Dieffenbachia. It looks similar to an Aglaonema, but it is not. This has been doing pretty well, and there are some new leaves coming here. So yeah, it sits in this corner which doesn't get like direct sunlight, and I think that is the ideal condition for growing these plants. Now that I've finished showing you what plants I have in my entrance, welcome to my home. This is what it is. So I would like to tell you a quick story about this house. So we bought it about like 5 years back, and it was ready to move in last year, and we really didn't have any plans to move in, but because of the lockdown we have been visiting this place quite often, and that is when I got the opportunity and time on my hands to create this jungle garden. So starting here, this is a chest of drawer, but of course it has some plants, again the same pink syngonium, pink arrowhead. Since I love this color, I actually bought I think 4 or 5 of them, and one of them sits here. This is snake plant. I really love the variegation here, so I bought it, and it sits very nice on this place. This is, of course, a flower just outside my garden, so I really like this wild, wild kind of flower. I'm not too much into roses and all that. Roses are completely overrated. I like these, big leaves, wild flowers, so I just put it here. This is a bench to create some kind of partition between the sofa and this side. But of course, it is a nice place to have, of course, my plants. So I got this exotic, it looks like Boston fern, but I think this is some other fern. I don't know exactly the name. It was just lying in one nursery and it just caught my eye and I had to buy it again. And it looks very, very majestic. My cushions also have plants. These are the ones I got from Amazon. It's good for this bench. Here I have a philodendron, lemon and lime, or whatever you call it. I have an array of plants here, and why I have kept it here, because it needs that light in the morning. So this is basically the southeast facing, so it doesn't get like direct sunlight, but it has a lot of bright light in the morning. Start here. So this is a Sansevieria or snake plant. I love this variegation and I bought it about like few months back from Swami Nursery in Hosur. Leaf that is browning, but I still want to keep it because it gives a very rustic look somehow. The variegation is really beautiful. This is another snake plant, or you can call it Sansevieria, and it has the dark green and light green variegation. Again, a very bushy Sansevieria. This is another one I got recently from Kerala. Actually, it came through mail, and again, I love these borders. That's why I bought it. I have another variety of Sansevieria, which is this one. I love it. This neon green color sometimes looks yellow, and the dark green in the middle looks really good. And there's a new one shooting up from here, and I'm loving it. This is okay. So this potho is actually, this is a propagated potho. So I had soaked these leaves in water for about, I think it was there for 3 to 4 months, and once the roots matured, I put it in soil. Luckily, none of the leaves have actually yellowed out, so I'm pretty lucky in this particular propagation. If you see, this one is shooting up, so I'm guessing that it will grow nicely in some time. This is again propagated pothos, which is growing well, I would say. This is also a propagated golden pothos. New leaves are coming out. I had few like leaves becoming yellow, hence these stalks are there. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I really don't know the exact reason. If I find it out, I'll let you know. This again, somebody told me it's a Manjula potho, but I'm not quite sure because I thought Manjula pothos would be more whiter than this. Maybe the variegation greener would be less, but it looks beautiful anyways. This is a tiny Maranta. I'm hoping it will take about a year and a half to grow big. This is another this is another Syngonium. If you look at the leaves, it's really beautiful. It's long like arrows, and it's called the white Syngonium, I think. I really love the leaves, and hence I bought it. This is another Syngonium which I bought recently. It is variegated between pink and green. Just look at the leaves, so beautiful. Some of these are drying off. Of course they will fall off. I'm thinking that it will get bushier in some time. Yes, this Syngonium, I had it in mind for a very long time. I didn't find anywhere, so I ordered it online. It's a combination of this white, I would say this white and this pink. There's a new leaf here. It's a tiny one, but quite beautiful. This is a silver potho. I wanted this for a very long time. Again, I got it through online purchase. I hope it grows big. Yep. My pride and joy Syngonium. It has been doing really well. I didn't have a single leaf fall off. I think there's a brown leaf here. New leaves are coming out, and it has been doing really well, and I'm very happy with it. This is another Syngonium. I love this lime color, and this pink veins looks really good. It's quite bushy, like a lot of plants are there inside. So of course when it grows fully, I hope it will turn out to be very bushy. So this area has become more of Sansevieria and Syngonium corner. I mean, it was not intended, it just came out like that. This is again a pink Syngonium, very beautiful. Look at the leaves, very healthy. Similarly here, I have two plants actually here. I'll show you. So there's one here and one here, but since I put it together, it looks very nice. It looks very bushy and it looks like a statement piece. You put it in any place, put it on a tabletop, on your dining table, in a corner. It is just so beautiful. This is a new leaf. See how tender it is, the pink, like a baby pink color, like a newborn color. Very beautiful. Here I have a begonia. I think I have only one begonia, and this has been growing well. Look at the leaves. It's very beautiful. It has these silver markings. And there's a, I don't know whether in the video it will come, there's a velvety sheen to the leaves. It's this velvety, you know, when the light falls, there's a velvety look to it with this silver markings. It looks beautiful. This is our very own Peperomia variegated. I love this big size. I simply love it. Coming here, this is a Philodendron Red Congo. So when I bought this plant, it was lying in some corner of the nursery, but I think one of the red leaves caught my eye and I had to buy it. In the nursery they spray a lot of, you know, chemical NPKs and all that, so there are a lot of you know, these markings. I've tried to, you know, wash them off with plain water, but still there are these white markings if you see. It's because of the NPK spray that they do on the foliage. Okay, these are coming out. I need to clean you, baby. So look at this red leaf. It's amazing. There are different shades in each of the leaf. This is like a dark, I won't say brown, like very dark red. This is a combination of red and green. This is completely, you know, maroonish. And every leaf is different. That's the beauty of this plant. This is an area which, this is basically a storage space, more of, you know, a shoe rack, etc. So I've kept some plants here. This is the lime neon philodendron. Oh no, this is actually a Brazil. Okay, it is a Brazil, but I don't know, for some reason the leaves have turned out to be neon completely. Yeah, this is again arrowhead. I think it is called the bronzy because of its, you know, leaves. It's very cute, beautiful. Tiny syngoniums, this one, very cute, tiny ones. And it looks really nice here on this counter. This is a propagated neon pothos, and again I haven't lost any leaf on that, and new shoots are coming up inside small leaves. So I guess I have been successful in propagating this. So when we were buying this property, I think this was one of the selling points for them, that you have an indoor garden. You can plant your plants or have anything if you want, like an indoor space. I won't call it indoor green space rather. So what I did was, initially I had just this place and I planted these peace lilies here and few anthuriums, which have been doing not too bad, I would say. Here I have a monstera. It's a small monstera. It will take time to grow, but I think there's one. Oh, is there a new leaf? No. This one was a new leaf, if you see the color. And this is my Ceylon, Philodendron Ceylon. See how nicely the light is falling on the leaf. This is a new leaf, and I think this is by far the largest. It's beautiful. It is getting the spotlight it needs. Here I have this two philodendrons, but I made a mistake. I tried some, you know, micronutrients. I added some micronutrients and all these leaves kind of burnt. So I'm sorry about it, but maybe that was the first and the last time ever. I would never use any chemicals in the plants, so it has completely burnt the leaves. And on top I have pothos, golden pothos growing pretty well, and here I have pearl and jade. Because the light is outside, you cannot see it properly here. Moving on, this is my Hoya. This Hoya is, it's been with me for about 3 to 4 years. It was in my older house, but it was growing so long and it was hitting the other apartment below, so I got it here. So if you see from here till here, it must be about 8 feet, 8 or 9 feet, or maybe 10 feet long. But see, the new shoots have been growing here. All these new leaves are coming. It looks like it wants to grow longer, but I need to be really creative to see that where can I hang it, because right now it's almost like it can just attach itself on the soil, which I'm worried about if I don't pay much attention. This is again a golden potho. It has seen many cuts because it has been growing and growing and growing. So recently I cut, I think somewhere, see, I had made a cut here. So in this node, and this node has started growing. So I have done many cuts in this. This I bought recently, this variegated Hoya. It's very small in size. It will take like few years to really, you know, become big. So this is a shoot that's, you know, started growing with new leaves. So whenever you get a plant and within like few weeks you see that new leaves are developing or new shoots are coming out, you can rest assured that, you know, the plant has adjusted to your environment in the house and it's, you know, it's doing well. This is one propagated succulent which I propagated. It's not doing too well. I don't know for what reason. It has become very soft, but I'll give it some time. So this is the ledge from which the Hoya is trailing down, if you see, and this is the golden pothos. And here I have two, you know, rubber plants which are variegated. This is variegation in yellow and green. This is in two greens, light green and dark green. It was not growing so well, so I put it in this pot so that it gets some sunlight during the day and maybe the growth starts. This place, the living room especially, has large windows, and purposely I didn't put any curtains here because I wanted these green curtains. So I got this done from, again, a local carpenter. I didn't buy it from anywhere. I just had this design in mind. I drew it for him, and, you know, we actually both worked on it together because it was a challenge to, you know, tie the rope equally, because you had to put a knot here and the knot here. So this wood was very heavy, and both of us, we, you know, held it and made sure this size is similar and it fits perfectly, which it did. It has, so each slide has about what, four pegs, so I can put 12 plants. So if you see here, this is again a vining plant. I don't know what is the name, I just liked it and I bought it. It hasn't been growing, I would say. It has been, you know, the same size for the past 6 months. I don't know why. This is a peperomia, a statement piece, very beautiful. This is a succulent which I think will ultimately die. If you see, it has not grown properly, though I put it under the sun, but I think it will ultimately die at some point of time. This is a kind of vining plant. I'm forgetting the name, but it has full of like mealy bugs, so I have to wash it with water. Just see. Oh my god, I'll just remove it from here and keep it down. This plant is very prone to this white mealy bugs. I hate it. I mean, I hate the bugs. A pearl and jade potho. It has been growing well. Little bit brown leaves here, I don't know why, but overall it's good. This is a variegated Peperomia, Pearl and Jade again. I love this, that's why. This is again Pearl and Jade. Pearl and Jade are little notorious for them being slow growers, but I think these are growing pretty well. You see, this has shoot up nicely, and here as well. This is a Brazil philodendron. Too much of soil in it. It is getting bushier, but it is not trailing as much as I would like it to be. I don't know why. So I'll just let it be. Here I have this beautiful wandering Jew. This was in my older home, and I got it here because I thought it will, add some color to this place. See, they get dry leaves very soon, like very often. Like yesterday only I took out the dry leaves, and again. So you can just touch here, and whenever that munching sound comes, you know that there are dry leaves here. Just take the dry leaves out as we speak. This is a palm. I think it's not an areca palm, it's the... Sorry, I'm forgetting the name. This one particularly has not been doing too well. I don't know why it is getting these brown tips and all. I'm trying to save it. There are new leaves coming out like this one, but let's see. I want to give it some time. This is again a spider plant, huge one, and this is again this is another palm. These are supposed to, be small, not grow too big. See, it is growing new leaves. This palm is doing better than the other one that I showed. I don't have a single brown here, but the soil is same. The plant is, from the same nursery I bought 2 plants, so maybe I should blame the nursery and not my, condition in my house. Yeah, but there are some mealybugs. If you see, I need to wash this, so I'll put it down. So for mealybugs, I don't use any kind of chemicals or anything, I would say. I just, put it under the hose pipe and just let it spray it out. I know, and that's not a permanent solution, but somehow I'm not comfortable putting a lot of medicines in my plants. So in this corner, I have this Homalomina rubescens, this is called. It is actually a plant which is native to South Asia, and it loves humidity and like hotter conditions. I have heard that these come in another 2 varieties. One is the variegation with white and a dark red, which I haven't seen, or dark brown, I think. This is the one that I have. I just picked it up from a nursery because I really liked it. I didn't know about this plant before. What I've seen is this plant has been growing pretty well, but since all the leaves are growing from one stalk, so there's a new leaf here. So what happens is the older, larger leaves, they just branch out and become horizontal because they don't get space here to, remain vertical. But whatever it is, it's a great, I would say, statement piece for me. I love it anyways. So it's called Homalomina pubescens. In this corner, I have an Aglaonema, which is really beautiful. The pink variegation, pink and green, it's doing well. There are few like browning, but I'm okay. There's a new leaf coming out here. If you see, like light pink, it's looking really beautiful. There's one leaf here. Dining table, I have this white Aglaonema, very beautiful. It has not doing so well, I would be honest with you. It was all falling off apart. Then I put this stick here. It has not died yet, but I'm scared it might someday. This is, so you'll find a lot of pots. Today I've cleaned it for this video. These are propagated succulents, if you see. Even this is a propagated succulent. So these have been growing pretty healthy. So it's time to repot them in like individual pots. So I like everything that is green and has plants, so I like this vase. And luckily when I brought it, I thought that okay, what should I put in this vase, and I have a fern outside which is pretty big, so I just cut it, and it looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Simple yet classy, I would say. So this is heart-leaved philodendron. Leaves are not great. I bought it recently because I loved it. I bought it at this size, so it was just beautiful, and I didn't find a place to keep it, and so I just put it on top of the fridge. These leaves are not my doing. It has come from the nursery, so I hope I'll nurse it back to health someday. I mean, it will happen. New shoots are coming. I would treat it. I would love it, and it will love me back. Welcome to my kitchen. This is again a Brazil philodendron. This is also a Brazil philodendron, but somehow the new leaves are all looking like neon philodendron. But anyways, it looks very nice. And if you see on the top, these are all glass bottles, and those are, you know, the cuts from the other pothos that I showed you. These are the ones. Some of them have grown really, you know, long. This is my latest favorite, Monstera adausonii. And here what I did was I have put two plants. So I bought like in two smaller pots, and I put it in a bigger pot because I want it to grow bushy. And it will take time. It will take about 6 to 8 months to really, you know, grow up, grow bushier. Of course, I mean, this is again, I mean, adausonii has the tendency to get these mealy bugs. I keep on washing like every weekend, and that has become part of my job now. This is my first Monstera adausonii. It's beautiful. It has trailed up so nicely. But the next step now is that where should I let it trail? So I have to find a good place so that, you know, it gets its own spotlight. Right now it isn't, because it is getting hidden and, you know, between all these plants, but I want to give it a special, you know, attention and place in my house. These are again philodendron. This is another arrowhead syngonium. Very sweet. It has this velvety color. Very cute. It doesn't, I mean, this is the maximum size, the smaller variation, and I like this. It's very light and nice. These are philodendron micans. Of course, it's a smaller one. I have to repot it in a bigger one to get bigger leaves, but it has been doing good. But the velvety thing, I would say this leaf is showing that velvety, that mican which they are famous for. The others are looking a little dry. So these two are micans. This is my lettuce, which we have harvested like since Friday. We have been having this lettuce, and I think it's done. So this is my kitchen greenhouse. This by mistake I broke this stem of a mican, so I put it in this glass bottle to propagate it. It's looking beautiful anyways, whether it propagates or not. So I just left it here. So this has become my propagation counter. This is another wet kitchen that I have, and this place has become the, I would say, for like a waiting place for the plants. So whenever I get a new plant, I just, you know, dump it here because the lighting is very good and they do well. So I keep this plant sometimes to establish themselves in my environment, like my house. This is a powder room, and I have few plants here because it gets good west sunlight. So this is, you know, this philodendron. Actually, here these are growing really well. So the smaller philodendron that you saw, I bought it at the same time. But if you see this, it has been vining so well. Maybe it's the western light that is helping out. This is again a pink Aglaonema. I would say it's doing okay, not too good. I have not seen any new leaf, and it has been losing leaves, so the proportion is not very healthy. So yeah, But this I'm really impressed about. I mean, it has been growing pretty well. Maybe all plants I should bring it and put it here. And this is my world. Thanks for watching. Happy gardening, and please let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if you want to know about any plants that you have seen here in this video, like it's how to grow them, how to care for them. Please leave a comment down below so that I can make more videos as per your request. Happy gardening. Bye.